Good evening. This is the video newsletter for buysellshort.com for Sunday, July 27th. Here we have the Dow 15-minute chart. We're still trapped in this pretty narrow bullish falling wedge. Breakout would be the 50 and 200-day moving average in this time frame. So I would say a move over 11,450. We'd be looking good for a test of the recent highs. RSI does look ready to challenge the 50 level. We've got stochastics in oversold levels, and actually if we go to the daily chart we get a better idea here. We had a 200-point drop from the 1,000-point rally we had last week. Not a surprise. You don't go up 1,000 points in 5 days and expect to continue to go higher without some sort of retrace. And as you can see on the daily chart, 11,457 is the 20-day exponential. So above that level, we should be looking good for a test of the 50-day moving average. As I mentioned in the chat room, every time we've had a Dow tank over the last couple of years, the Dow has snapped back to the 50-day moving average. Right now, the 50-day moving average is at 11,935. So if we get a rally, this is the secondary target on this rally continuing. RSI still in an uptrend. Unbalanced volume is still in a nice uptrend as well, and stochastics are coming off overbought levels. So looks decent. We possibly have a bottom after the action on Friday, although we are all over the place on Friday, so we'll get a better idea where we're going tomorrow. SMH, possible hammer bottom here on the SMH. We really need the tech stocks to pick up steam here, especially the SMH, especially giving the sell-off we've had in oil over the last few days. Still in this very large bullish falling wedge here. This should be the bottom that we saw on Friday, and a snapback to the 20-day exponential 2890 over the next 5 days should be in order here. RSI scraping along the bottom, stochastics also scraping along the bottom, and as you can see over this last couple of days sell-off, unbalanced volume really has not dropped off that much. We're actually still in a slight uptrend, so that is mildly bullish. Quick mention on our old favorite ELN. Tuesday they report Alzheimer's, the full Alzheimer's data that we had the big pop in last month. They give the full details on Tuesday, so this stock could be very, very volatile this week. And if you're looking for something to scalp really big moves, this has been moving a couple of bucks intraday almost for the last week. So we'll be keeping an eye on this one for possible scalps on whatever news comes out. Circuit City, we've actually got a couple of inverted head and shoulder plays for this week. Circuit City, we've got a possible inverted head and shoulder formation here. Inverted head and shoulders, real quick, is the opposite of a head and shoulders, meaning it's just an upside down head and shoulders. So on a regular head and shoulders formation, it breaks down. On an inverted head and shoulders formation, we see a break up. So we should have seen the bottom on Friday. Breakout is the 20-day exponential at 253, and target on a break of 253 is 3 plus. So all the indicators are still in the basement. Stops on this play would be Friday's low, that is 216. The other inverted head and shoulder play we have is Dollar Thrifty, car rental place. Same thing here. We retraced all the way back to the 8-day moving average, so we've got the second shoulder in place now. If this is what we think it is, we should see it up nicely on Monday. Breakout is 264, and target is the 20-day exponential, and right now that is at 463. RSI is trying to finally get out of the basement. We've got a very strong uptrend in stochastics, and that should finally be seen in the stock price this week. HPOL, we're still threatening water on this one. Similar play as NAPS and Charter that we had big wins in over the last week. Target is still a move at least to the 20-day exponential. That's at $1.59, but we're really looking for a nice move to the 38% fib retrace, and that is at $1.75. We're about to get a positive MACD crossover, and stochastics are coming off the bottom. So this one still looks really good in the near term. Remember, it took Charter and Napster a couple of days to really get motoring. So that's what we're thinking is going to happen on this one. IDEV Indevis biotech play breakout is $1.89. We're still hugging this 20-day exponential and have over the last week. Support 175. When this one goes, it will go big. Target will be the 50-day moving average at 238. So it's been treading water over the last week. Time for this one to break out. And if it's going to go, I think it's going to go this week. Last stock we're going to mention here is COMS. 3Com failed buyout merger earlier in the year, tanked all the way down, but valuation down here is really, really cheap, especially given this one was offered a buyout, double this price. It's been trading water over the last week. A move over the 20-day exponential at 204 would likely trigger a small add entry. Otherwise, we'd be looking to grab this one around 195. Again, small. If it dips to 195 first, would grab a small position and add to it on a break of 204. Or if we see a 204 break, we add a small position and then look to add on any retrace. As you can see over the last week, buying volume has been building up each day. We've got a positive MACD. RSI starting to slowly trend higher. And stochastics finally over 50, and then as you can see, an on-balance volume. The buyers are really starting to move in here, so this one is on strong watch over the next couple of days for a breakout. That's really it for the video tonight. Not a whole lot of plays. Let's see what happens tomorrow. It's been very, very choppy over the last couple of days, but we should see a bounce in the market tomorrow, and this next leg of the rally that I think is coming should see lots of bounce plays. So a little bit of patience should bring some nice gains near term. That is it for the video. I'll see you guys in the chat room tomorrow. Good night.